Hello, everyone, and welcome to our very last lecture video. Oh my gosh. So in this video, we're going to talk in great detail about your final project. Please listen carefully and follow along. Any questions you have about your project should be answered in this video. So please listen carefully. Get your notebook ready, and here we go. All right, your final project, your final exam is language task number 3. The document for this is in the material section on eClass. So what are you going to do for language task 3? This man is going to have an important job interview. You are going to describe what is wrong with his fashion. So look at the picture, look at what he's wearing, look at his hair, look at what the people behind him are doing, right? What are they doing? They're going, oh. So you're going to describe what's wrong with his fashion and give him some advice on how to prepare for a job interview. What should he wear, and what should he do to prepare for his interview? Let's go ahead and talk about the details of this project. So we'll talk about what I expect and just some basic information to get us started. This is another video project. It's your last one. Your video must be 1 to 2 minutes long, and it is worth 10% of your grade, and it is due on Friday, June 26th. So that's next Friday. Not Sunday, not Saturday. It is due Friday, as you will see in the assignment section where you can look at the due date. It is due Friday. Friday. Okay, don't forget that. Please do not turn it in late. It must be turned in Friday. Remember in your project to use good body language like gestures, eye contact, and good posture, right? I don't want to see this in your presentation. This is bad, but we'll talk about that in detail. If you want, you can also use pictures in your video to show examples of good fashion for job interviews. I think it will be more interesting if you use some pictures or visuals in your project. It will also be good for your grade, of course. Let's go ahead and talk about the project rules. We're going to talk about what you should do and what you should not do in your project. So let's begin. First and foremost, please use advice phrases in your presentation. So we learned how to give advice last week, and we did some practice in session 1, reviewed it in session 2. So at this point, you should feel confident about giving advice. You can give advice using could, should, ought to, and had better. Remember that could is very small, light advice. Should is a little stronger advice. And had better is very strong advice. So think about this when you are writing your script. You are going to have to remember, give advice to that man about his fashion for a job interview. And we'll do some examples. So let's talk a little bit more in detail about what I want you to do. I have now seen 3 videos from you guys, Language Task 1, the midterm, and Language Task 2. So let's go ahead and talk about some common problems and what you can do to get a better grade and also to have a better presentation. First, let's talk about speaking. When you are speaking, please speak smoothly and naturally, and remember to pause. So here's a sentence. In my opinion, he ought to wear a suit. It is important to look professional in an interview. We don't want hesitation, which means in my opinion, we don't want that. We don't want pausing in the wrong place. In my opinion, he ought to wear a suit. It is important. No, no, no. We want it to be smooth and nice. One important thing to remember, and remember that pause means a short stop, right? Pause. You can pause when you get to a punctuation mark. I left this in some comments. Pause at punctuation marks. For example, let's go ahead and read. In my opinion, he ought to wear a suit. It is important to look professional in an interview. So we can pause when we get to a comma or a period. So I do not want to hear, in my opinion, he ought to wear a suit. It is important to look professional in an interview. No, no, no. Or, in my opinion, he ought to wear a suit. Please try to pause in the correct places. Okay? Next, let's talk about eye contact. Please do not do this. I don't want to see you reading your script. I don't want to see you looking up here. I don't want to see just your script. And I don't want you to be looking down. Don't do this, okay? When you are presenting, do what I am doing now. Look at the camera and give your presentation just like you would in class. Another important thing, as I said, is look at the camera when you are speaking. You can use note cards or your script, but don't read. If I have my script, right, maybe I can just, hello everyone, today I'm going to give advice. And then I keep talking, that's okay. But to sit here and go, hello everyone, today I'm going to, no. Don't do that, okay? I do not want you to read. Please look at the camera and imagine you are talking to me, okay? I watch your video. I want you to talk to me. Don't talk to your paper, okay? Another important thing to remember when you are presenting is to speak with feeling. So here's our same sentence. If I read it with good energy, it's, in my opinion, he ought to wear a suit. It is important to look professional in an interview. That is good energy. Let's look at bad energy. In my opinion, he ought to wear a suit. It is important to look professional in an interview. Dang, that is bad. Please use good energy. In my opinion, he ought to wear a suit. It is important to look professional in an interview. So your voice should be going up and down when you speak. I do not want you to sound like a robot, okay? I don't want robot student. In my opinion, he ought to wear a suit. In my opinion, he ought to wear a suit. Okay, so please be energetic and speak with feeling. Next, let's talk about speaking volume, which is how loud or quiet you speak. In your presentation, please speak loudly and clearly. Do not put your hands over your face, okay, and do not wear a mask. Only I see your video. No one else will see your video, so please do not cover your face. Let's go ahead and practice this sentence with good volume and bad volume. Okay, let's start with good volume. In my opinion, he ought to wear a suit. It is important to look professional in an interview. Ding, 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 good volume. Now let's look at bad volume. Ready? In my opinion, he ought to wear a suit. It is important to look professional in a job interview. No, we do not want that, right? That was too quiet. It is hard to hear. Please make sure you use good volume. Another important thing with volume is please do not record your video in a noisy place. Do not go to a noisy cafe or a noisy restaurant and record your video. Do not do it in any noisy place. Please record your video in a quiet place like your bedroom, right? Some quiet place where there is no one else talking, there's no music and noise, just a quiet place, okay? Very important. Next, let's talk about the time limit. As I said on the second slide, the time limit for your presentation is 1 to 2 minutes. If you want full points, please keep your time close to 1 to 2 minutes. Or we could use our vocabulary word, nearly 1 to 2 minutes. So, 5 minutes? Not okay. 30 seconds? Not okay. 1 minute and 55 seconds? Or 2 minutes and 25 seconds? That is okay, all right? Keep it close to 1 to 2 minutes. About 2 minutes is best. So if your presentation is too short or too long, you will not get full points, okay? Now, I have said this many times and I will say it again. You must upload your video and submit a URL or a link. Please do not send me, okay, so MP4 or a video file. No, 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 okay? Please do not send it to my email. No, no, no. Upload to YouTube and submit a link. That way you don't have to worry about file size, you don't have to send to my email, you don't have to worry, just upload to YouTube and choose this option when you upload. Okay, so this is called unlisted. And as you can see here, it means only someone who you give the link to is able to see your video. So do not choose private, do not choose public, choose unlisted, okay? Do not send me your MP4, do not send it to my email, okay? Only URL. Naver blog is okay as well, but YouTube is so easy and then you can choose unlisted. Now that you know some basic information about what to do for the presentation, clear voice, and so on, let me show you an example presentation about this man. So the first thing you're going to do is do your mind map and submit it to the assignment section. There are 5 questions on this mind map. What is wrong with his fashion? What is wrong with his hygiene? What advice can you give him about fashion and hygiene? What should he wear to a job interview? And what should he do to prepare for a job interview? Remember, you are going to be giving advice to that man on the elevator we saw at the beginning of the video. This is just an example. So here's an example mind map for this guy. So what's wrong with his clothes? If he is going to a job interview, what's wrong? He is wearing casual clothes. He is wearing faded jeans and a t-shirt. He's wearing a hat. He is not wearing professional clothes. These are problems. What is wrong with his hygiene? He did not shave his beard, right? He has a beard. What advice can I give him about his fashion and hygiene? He should wear professional clothes. He ought to wear black pants and a button-up shirt. He had better not wear a hat. He should wear nice black shoes too. He could shave his beard. What should he wear to a job interview? He should wear a suit and a tie. He should wear nice shoes and he should have a clean face. And what should he do to prepare for the interview? He had better practice interview questions at home, and he should research the company. So these are my thoughts about this man. This is just an example to show you how this should be done. After you complete your mind map, it's time to make a script. You can use your mind map to make the script. Okay? If you want on your outline, you can just use some small words, but your script should be full sentences and you should answer every question. Let's look at this example. This is the same example you see on your assignment, the script outline, or the Language Task 3 script in the assignment section. So let's go ahead and look at how I changed each part into a script. So let's go ahead and start. So here's number one. Number one is, what is wrong with his fashion? So I start with an opening. Hello, today I'm going to give this man some fashion advice. He is going to an interview, but he is not wearing the correct outfit. He is wearing casual clothes. He's wearing faded jeans and a t-shirt, a hat, and white shoes. He also has a beard. Okay, check. I got number one. What's wrong? And number two, he has a beard. Now let's see what my advice for him is. And let's go ahead and see. So number three, we have number one, number two, and number three goes down to here. He should make some changes. He should wear professional clothes. He ought to wear black pants and a nice button-up shirt, and he had better not wear a hat. He should wear nice black shoes too. I think he could also shave his beard. Okay, check. There is my advice. Now let's look at number four. What should he wear to an interview, which we have right here? If you are going to an interview, you should wear professional clothes. He should wear a suit and tie, nice shoes, and have a clean face. Check. And number five, what should he do to prepare? He had better practice answering interview questions at home, and he should read about the company. If he listens to my advice, I think he will get the job. Okay, check, we got number five in there. So after you make your mind map, go ahead and make your script. Okay, now that we have talked about how to do your mind map and how to make a script, let me show you an example presentation. In this presentation, you should use good presentation skills, like a clear, energetic voice. You should use good intonation, which means your voice goes up and down, right? Don't sound like a robot. You can use note cards or you can use a script, but do not read, right? Hello, today I'm going to give advice. No, no, no. You can use it, but do not just read it. Please pause in the correct places after punctuation, like a period or a comma, and at the end of sentences. Keep good eye contact. And use gestures, right? You should also record in a quiet place, right? Let's listen. Very quiet. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you an example of a good presentation. So I'm going to try to keep good eye contact, use some gestures, and use the correct presentation skills. Ready? Here we go. Hello. Today I'm going to give this man some fashion advice. He is going to an interview, but he is not wearing the correct outfit. He is wearing casual clothes. He's wearing faded jeans and a t-shirt, a hat, and white shoes. He also has a beard. He should make some changes. He should wear professional clothes. He ought to wear black pants and a nice button-up shirt, and he had better not wear a hat. He should wear nice black shoes too. I think he could also shave his beard. If you are going to an interview, you should wear professional clothes. He should wear a suit and tie, nice shoes, and have a clean face. He had better practice interview questions at home, and he should read about the company. If he listens to my advice, I think he will get the job. Okay, so what did you notice about that? I did not look at the script too much, looked at the camera, used some gestures, clear voice, and paused after things like commas, exclamation points, and at the end of sentences. Okay, so when you are giving your presentation, please make sure you pay attention to these rules. Okay, we're almost done. Let's talk about your homework. So now that you have seen an example mind map and an example script, it's time for you to do your mind map and your script. And remember, it's about this guy right here. So please go ahead and complete your mind map and script in the assignment section. Then you'll submit them. I am going to check your scripts as quickly as possible after you submit them by Sunday, right? And then you can record your video next week. And before we end, we should talk about absolute grading, which is 절대 평가. Okay, so this class and your other classes, because it is the coronavirus semester, are going to be absolute grading. Absolute grading will be used. This means your score will be based on your real grade. For example, if you have a 92, you will get an A0, and I cannot change your grade to an A+. If you have a 95, you'll get an A+. If you have an 83, you'll get a B0, and I can't change the grade to a B+. So here are some situations. At the end of the semester, if you ask, "Teacher, can you change my grade from A0 to A+?" I'm sorry, I can't change your grade. If at the end of the semester you ask, "Professor, can you change my grade from B0 to B+?" I'm sorry, I can't change your grade. And if you ask at the end of the semester, "Professor Sarah, can you change my grade from C0 to C+?" I will still say, "I'm sorry, I can't change your grade." Okay, so because it is absolute grading, I cannot change your grade. All right, everyone, that is it for lecture videos. Congratulations, you did it. That is the end of the lecture videos for this semester. So there will be no videos in week 15. This is it. So next week you will just record your video and submit it, okay? You can contact me on eClass or on KakaoTalk if you have any questions, okay? I have loved having you in my class. I have really enjoyed your videos and your discussion posts and your assignments. You guys have done a great job, and I can't wait to see your final language task. Let me know if you have any questions at all, and I will see you soon, okay? Bye-bye.